Hey people, Ingrid here for V3 Faction War. This is Estia Province and Ordo Malleus versus Tyranids for the blue Ordo Malleus team. We of course have three brother captains. First up is Hugs. We've also got Hutsy and HansMoleman, all the H's over here. These guys walk through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense, disruption and support. Fight in melee combat. For the red Tyranid team, shoulder mount is a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling commando, great mobility, powerful offense, and a bit of support. Begins with a ranged weapon but can get specialized melee war gear. Alongside Hiveminion, the ever-present Hive Tyrant, very durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense, disruption and support. Begins in melee combat with a basic synapse. I shall call it Garcia. And rather of the teams here, best noob, maybe a noob, but he's the best one we have, with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, going to infiltrate and disrupt with some powerful offense and a little bit of support too. Sneaking around on the east side, west side, we have a Ravener Alpha versus, of course, a brother captain who's getting stuck into some Hormagaunts, double Hormagaunts here for shoulder mount. In fact, triple. Where's the other one? There they come. They're joining the party. Brother captain having fun just smacking through them for now. Needs to be careful though. Ravener Alpha doing some decent damage too. These guys going for the node, which is a good shout because they can't all attack the brother captain at once. He's just not quite big enough to surround with three Hormagaun broods. Strike squad over here doing a good job fighting off them termagants. These guys, are they going to take the garrison and be annoying? No, just backing away. Lictor Alpha here goes in. How will he do? Pretty well, it seems like, with some termagant support. Good special over there. Could maybe get a flesh hook to finish one off if he chooses the one that's lowest on health. Goes for it and gets the kill and another kill. 19 red for killing the strike squad, not bad. Brother captain here, this is Hans, going for a cap of red team's natural VP. We've got some stormtroopers shooting up a node. In fact, they've shot it. What do we have? Double termagants for best noob and Hiveminion, and of course a triple Hormagaunts for shoulder mount. Double stormtroopers into strike squad and straight into some operatives here for Hugs after the strike squad. Purgation for Hans. Nothing up else for Hutsy. Have you got some war gear or something? Nope. West side Tyranids are scared off, and it's going to turn blue. Can they get this wreck point too? Maybe. Bit of an assist there, I think, from Hutsy. Hormagaunts here will back off. Do we have any adrenal glands? We do have one that has adrenal glands up. Hiveminion with a warrior brood in their default melee state, have power weapons, and they can leap into combat passively. Some good disruption there without having to micro anything. It's good for people like me. Lictor Alpha with pheromone allows him to reinforce allied squads and reduces damage of enemy units, apparently. I'm not sure by how much. Strat squad here. No upgrades yet that I can see for any of these fellas. Usually you'll see Nemesis focus. Always useful to get a specialized melee squad when you otherwise wouldn't have one, I suppose. 498 to 457, kicking off towards the mid. Tyranids could get pincered here. This is Hutsy coming in with the black Ordo Malleus. This fella's split up strangely. Strike squad helping out. Not sure why they weren't pushing up there. If they were in place, the Hormagaunts might have not been able to push in like that. They are engaging. They don't have their Nemesis focus, but doing a decent job otherwise. Nemesis focus would give them more damage, more health, and an awesome special attack unlocks. West side is still blue. This is now Hiveminion pushing through to the VP. Might be able to get a decap. This guy turns around to take that wreck point. That's Garcia off there on a capping mission. Look at this. Ravener tunnel really far forward. And I assume there's one near the base. Yes, there is. So these Hormagaunts could come straight back into the fight very quickly. Power being bashed. A plan early on from the Tyranids, it seemed like, from the chat I think I saw. Stop their power so they can't get nasty things. Kind of like fighting Space Marines, I guess. Ravener Alpha gets in with the crippling Talon and hardened Carapace. Pretty useful thing. 498 to 410. Defense here from the Ordo Malleus. Purgation coming in with their incinerators, and they do get them out of there. They fully bash this power. I don't think they got the node. Here are the operatives. Can do some sneaky things, chuck a bunch of grenades, and they have this fallback plan. When they retreat, they'll drop a blind grenade, and then they can break that retreat. Pretty useful. Stormtroopers there will take the garrison. This garrison's been completely destroyed. Or does it start like that? Oh, it starts destroyed. You should know, Indrid, you made this map. Brother Captain over here is down. Should get a revive though. Here comes Hutsy to fight off this power bash. A power bash on both sides around about the same time. Not something you often see on a 3v3 map. But they got a couple of those gens, I think. So fire over here. Purgation doing their fiery stuff. Double operatives for hugs. Not sure what kind of DPS their shotguns do, but I guess we'll find out. Purgation now going for the... No, they don't bash very fast these days. Look at this. Seems slightly slower than like a tack flamer. Used to be insane because they had 3 of those incinerators, of course. Tier 2 for Hiveminion. Tier 2 also for HansMoleman, who has the Purgation alongside Hutsy. No Barb Strangler still that I can see. Oh, these guys have one. The best noob. Has to defend the power now. Should be able to with this suppression. Stormtroopers don't want to mess with any of that by themselves. Strat Squad are here. No upgrades. These guys do have Nemesis Focus for Hutsy. See that plus indicator on their icon there. And they see off the Tyranids on the west. Can they get through for a cat though? Barb Strangler now for Hiveminion. Misses everything. And double upgraded Termagants. They need to cripple the... There we go, the Brother Captain. Crippling Poison. One of the best abilities in Tier 1. Good Barb Strangler shot that time. Backing away. A fighting retreat here. And Garcias had enough. Coming back into the fight. Improved synapses up. Warriors took a hell of a lot of damage there. I bet he'd wish he had the Rending Talons right now for a Seismic Roar. That would have been pretty effective with those Stormtroopers getting close. It does good damage by default. Oh, Nemesis Focus Strat Squad happy to go in. Taking shots, but doing some good damage. Losing a model, though. And they have to flee. These guys turn in to get some good damage, and grenade launchers up for both of them. 471, 346 as everyone goes Tier 2, or is already Tier 2 if you look at the Tyranids. That's a Synapse tower going up, Capillary Tower. Brother Captain going for the Psychic Lash. He's going to have his own flesh hook type thing to use on this Lictor Alpha. Bashing one gen, maybe another, before they have to back away. Oh hey, Purgation have their Psy Cannons. This means they're using Rending, I think, when they go red. Are they hitting something? What's going on here? Looks strange. They do need to set up, but Rending gives them extra range. And more damage, I think, to hero units? Something like that. Flesh Hook. Can they swarm that guy now? Rippers have been spawned. These guys will snare your movement if they hit you up. Big old retreat from Hans, as you'd expect, and Tyranids again might be able to bash that power immediately. What's going on west side? It's red right now. Ordo Malleus may be going up for a push on the mid, but there's Hiveminion right here with the crushing claws out on Garcia. 108 heavy melee DPS. Gene Stealer's Brood for shoulder mount with the melee Synapse. Adrenal Gland Warrior Brood. Where are they though? They are back at base. Gene Stealer's just hanging out and turning invisible, as you do. What's this? Big old retreat. Could not bash fully. Got one generator. Here comes Hiveminion to stop the advance of Hutsy. Zoanthrope getting shots in. It's quite close. This is Hans alongside, going for the Blessed Aegis in Tier 2. 442 to 334 on the VPs. Psy Cannons doing their thing. Who are they going to focus on? The Gene Stealers, it looks like, who are forced to flee. Terminator Librarian on the field now for Hans. There's the Sanctuary. Very good defensive ability. Everything will just bounce off that unless they are allied. Ravener gets in for a little flank. Don't think they were expecting this. What can the operatives do? Nothing much, it seems, right now. Throw one of your grenades, fellas. Maybe they're all on cooldown. Being careful with them. Tyranids are able to just muscle through here. Brother Captain with no war gear for Hutsy, doing what he can. Does have a power weapon. There go those incendiary grenades, or whatever they're called, from the operatives. They're scared off that lot, that's for sure. Having to rebuy generators again. They do have the west side though, the Ordo Malleus. So they are pushing other areas while they hit on the east side. But not for long, it seems. Gene Stealers are here, which is very scary for a strike squad. Nemesis focus on knots. Venom Brood's up. No vehicles yet, but the ranged synapse is always useful. Uh-oh, Lictor Alpha goes down. That's best noob. Not sure if he has any war gear. Capillary Tower's being shot up. There's Nemesis Vortex. Who was that? It was you. Hugs. I don't think that thing does damage anymore. I think it just knocks you over. I think that's right. The cap on the west side. Constant pressure on this power. Very laser focused in on bashing here. Tunnel being used. Brother Captain of Hutsy just strolling through the mid. He's found some rippers. And tries to get around them. But there's a whole bunch more of Tyranids. Barb Strangler doesn't affect the Brother Captain in terms of suppression. Blessed Aegis is up. I don't see the shield. There it is. There's a nice purple one. And there's the Sanctuary. Bad news for a big melee force. Just crazy amounts of disruption. Hormagaun's wiped, I think. Here comes Garcia and the rest of the Tyranids, though, for Hiveminion. Crushing Claw goes after the Terminator Librarian, who's getting very close to some stuff. Goes straight after those Warrior Brood and takes out one of them. Not sure what his DPS is, but I assume he has a power weapon. If not, he should complain. Must have one. I know he used to. I'm not sure if that's been changed. What's going on here? Another power bash and a Brother Captain down. I mean, blue team have VPs, but red team have put so much into power bashing. Could make a big difference come late game, which we're kind of hitting now. Shoulder Mount and Best Noob into tier 3. And there goes Hiveminion too. They have done a better job looking after their power. I mean, blue team have got some bashes. Garcia went down incidentally. Best Noob also down over here. What can Shoulder Mount do in terms of reviving stuff? Did the Gene Stealers level? I can't select them. They're in a tunnel. There they are. Haven't leveled yet. Have that passive health on hit these days, of course. Double percation setting up for some side cannon fun. And there's Rending. I don't think Rending helps against these targets. Used to be that it was an anti-vehicle ability, but I believe they always do anti-vehicle damage now with the side cannons, I assume. No, it's 25 silencer DPS. It says effective against all targets. Okay. Getting confused here. They used to have a very different sound effects. Sound effect side cannons. 416 to 276. I guess silencer damage type was changed to damage vehicles heavily. We'll see. Maybe we'll see if they shoot at some carnifexes. Having fun shooting Tyranids right now. There's that Sanctuary. Zone Thrope there for Best Noob. These fellas need to run. Stormtroopers getting very close to death. 20 hit points. But they do get away. Terminator Library has done good so far for Hutsy. Oh, and Hans holds one too. Hans was the one doing good stuff. 416 to 253. Surprised by the damage is Hiveminion. Maybe all those silencers having an effect. Grenades. Fiery one. Should have spread them out maybe. What is this? Oh, that's a tunnel. It's buried in fire. Is it taking damage? Doesn't seem to be. Blue team do have the west side. Going to be guarded by a couple of operatives. Oh, and some purgation. Carnifexes are marching, and here comes a Swarm Lord for best noob. Blue team do hit tier 3 though. It's not quite as effective to bash power in a team game because generators still only cost 100 rec to get back up, and you've got 3 players that can repurchase them. So they're usually down for a short amount of time. I mean, it's always useful, of course. You're making them spend the rec, and you do hit their power income, even if it's just for a minute or so. But unless you're going to really lock it down, a team game will usually see the bashed team come back in. Triple cap here for Ordo Malleus. Carnifexes are up. Here's the first one. Gone for the Barbed Strangler, has Hiveminion. Second one out now for Shoulder Mount. Also goes Barbed Strangler, and the Swarm Lord is marching. Super unit for Tyranids. Very effective in melee combat. Also supports surrounding allies with a speed boost and a reinforcement synapse. So all of these Tyranids over here can now reinforce off the Swarm Lord. Amazing for pushes. What is this? There's a lot of blue stuff on the map over here. There they are using rending. Yeah, they're doing good damage to the Carnifex here. And that was a crack grenade or something from the operatives. And there goes another one. I guess there would be a melter bomb if they have a timer like that, maybe. Is this Carnifex going to go down? Raveno Alpha getting in and scaring off the Purgation. Did a good job. That Barbed Strangler is so deadly. Look at that damage. It hits all 3 models of like a Marine squad. It's mental. And here's the other one. Looks very fancy. Very dapper looking Carnifex. It's the Nemesis Demon Hammer for the Brother Captain. Not doing too well against those warriors though with Carnifex support. What is this? Another run at the power for the Tyranids. Looks like they did a good job too. 403 to 118. They do need to start thinking about VPs though. Zone Thrope on the wave, Hiveminion. We have Interceptors up here. These are going to try and fight the Carnifexes, I guess, with their teleporting Psy Cannon shenanigans. Orbital. From who? Most likely Hugs, I guess. Didn't hit a lot. Swarm Lord just strolling through. Took a lot of damage though from the Purgation, the double Purgation there. Now fight to Brother Captain. It's not a good fight for you, fella. Paladins though, pulled in by Hans, and these guys have heavy melee Nemesis Demon Hammers. I think the Brother Captain should maybe take one of their hammers, eh? Why using a regular melee hammer? These guys have really fancy heavy melee ones. Oh, the teleport didn't quite work out for him. One of them stayed behind. Didn't drop a model though. Uh-oh. These guys are caught in a very bad place, and they got wiped by, I think, a Zone Thrope shot there. Oh, we're going to see some Neuro Thropes. These guys are cool. Terminator Librarian leading a charge. There's a Nemesis Focus Strat Squad in there somewhere. Is it going to get away? Looks like it will. It's a miracle. See, look, these guys' Psy Cannons sound very differently, Interceptors. They sound like the old Psy Cannons. I wish they would unify that. Because these are Psy Cannons, yeah, they're not silencers. Even though they do silence the damage. It's all very confusing for me. I'm easily confused, don't make it harder. 351 to 118. Demolishing Strike maybe allows him to get that cap there. Does it allow him to escape though? It does. Red team will take it right back. They've got a Brood Nest up thanks to Hiveminion. Global ability of the Hive Tyrant, and down goes that Terminator Librarian. That was Hans, I think. Yeah, that guy did really well before he was cut in half. Paladins are hanging out. They have their Liber Demonica, gives them Holy Ground. It speeds up allies and slows down enemies. It's pretty effective. And it works against all targets, I think. What is this? Strike Squad thinking about going for a decap. Garcia is there. Still level 1, this guy. Barb Strangler slows them down. And the Crushing Claw gets in there. Scares them off. Genestealer Brood alongside this Swarm Lord now for Best Noob. They'll do a hell of a lot of damage to those Paladins. Those Genestealers. They attack slowly with these hammers. So not particularly suited to those long protracted stand-up melee fights. What is this? Sanctuary and a big old retreat for the Ordo Malleus. That was painful. That was really painful. Double Barb Strangle Carnifexes is a scary sight. Triple Psy Cannons though, not bad. Level 2, and are they all level 2? No, level 1 is level 1. Oh, there's 4 Psy Cannons. 2 level 2, 2 level 1. Bloody hell. Purgations everywhere. They seem to, these projectiles seem to just disappear at some point. I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe some bugs they can look into with these guys. Like, what are they even shooting at? It's hard to tell. Looks like they're shooting over here. Brother Captain going for the cap. Genestealer just letting him cap here. Shoulder mount. Not sure if it's... There we go. There they go. Can they get rid of him? Made him waste a whole bunch of time trying to cap that. Got a decap though. Can they kill him even? Oh, knocked over by their own Raveners coming in. More Psy Cannons from the Purgation doing their thing. Can they close the distance here? Paladins are there to screen, along with the Brother Captain, of course. Can he get a good demolishing strike? Nope, he's off in the wrong direction. There we go. Get in there, fella. 301 108. There goes the Holy Ground. There's that demolishing strike. Going after the zone thrope, is he? I'm not. Wow, he's getting shot to pieces. That's what's happening. Rippers, can you kill him on retreat? Yes, you can. Well done. The Swarm Lord, I think, trying to leech essence to stay alive. I don't think it's going to work. Got hit by a crack grenade. And it's been slowed down by the Holy Ground too. Paladins going after it. Big old suppression won't affect the Paladins, but it does escape. The Swarm Lord got away. Was not expecting that, or maybe not. Paladins use the teleport. Trying to keep it moving is Best Noob. Just heading out east now. And Crippling Poison, I think, helped save this Swarm Lord. Maybe 42 hit points on this guy. That is a clutch save by Best Noob. Well done. Hutsy looking a little bit depleted here with 3 squads on the field. West side is red and Tyranids. Do we have any more Carnifex? We do have 2 Carnifexes actually for shoulder mount, both with Barb Stranglers, and 2 also for Hiveminion, both with Barb Stranglers. Where's the Swarm Lord? Did he get away? Yeah, he was at base, healing up. Gonna take a little while. What's going on the west side now? Operatives thrown in one of their fiery grenade things. Termagants do back out of it. I didn't think they were too bothered. Oh, that's that blind grenade when they retreated from those Genestealers there. Oh, hey, look. Conversion beamer. We get to see it. This is a new anti-vehicle weapon for the Grey Knights. Kind of functions like a las cannon, but it actually does more damage the further away the target is from the conversion beamer, which is a fun mechanic. It doesn't snare by default, but he can use an ability to snare stuff. Does it tell me what the ability is over here? Can be enhanced to snare targets. Doesn't tell me what it's called. Boom, there it is. It's nice and purple. Don't think it has a sound effect in this build. You'll get one soon, don't you worry. Looks pretty cool. Some big chunks off those Carnifexes maybe going forward. Interceptors doing their thing. What is this? Oh, that's just him putting Blessed Aegis up. Those guys flee. Yeah, these side cannon shots are very strange. There we go. Sometimes they actually get to the target. Sometimes they just seem to disappear into the floor, into thin air. What is this? Purgation. Why not? More purgation for hugs. I mean, they're going to be shut down quite effectively by the Barb Strangler Carnifexes, you would think. 4 Barb Strangler Carnifexes. That is crazy. Look at this. 189 to 108. Can they get the Carnifexes close enough? Here comes another one. Looks like this is a thorn back from Best Noob. Getting in there to mix things up. Big old fight, but I don't think that Ordo Malleus can stand against this. They need some more conversion beamers, I think. The March of the Carnifexes is scary. Maybe a Vindicate. Some of those turbo penetrator rounds. Hutsy down to 2 units. Going for the Land Raider Crusader. Got some Granite Terminators for HansMoleman. Won't be super effective against these large creatures with vehicle armor, but can cut through pretty much everything else. Get some Synapse Backlashes, which will damage the Carnifexes, remember. Well, Hans, level 3 Strat Squad, going for a decap. Paladins here to lend a hand. Taking some big hits, though. Need to move, fellas. Can't retreat, of course, using a teleport to escape. And then they need to just foot slug it back. If they can. Everything chasing them here from Best Noob. Some stuff from Shoulder Mount too, I think. What do you have, Mr. Lictor? You have Corrosive Claws. Increases the amount of damage they take by 20%. Pretty effective against Paladins. And slows them down. Also those pheromones, of course, going for the deadly jump now. Help him chase stuff and also disrupt. Can his Paladins live? Level 2 Lictor Alpha. Swarmlord is now on them. Carnifex is jogging. There's a capillary tower to help with some speed. That is a big old chase. They're hitting the boundary of the map here. Can they get some help from anything? I don't think so. I think Hans has even given up. Got another teleport. Oh, they live. They do live. Where's the rest of Hans' stuff? Going mid, or maybe just going west. Look at this. Look at this. What's waiting for them here? Brother Captain goes for a decap with Immortal up. Should be able to at least get the decap, you would think. Ravena Brood with some borrowed striking shenanigans. Oh, well, these guys just landed in from the biopod, whatever they're called. What are those things called? I know they have a name. Hive pod, maybe. Genestealer's dying. It's a lot of firepower, but can they bring it to bear when they're all getting suppressed by these Carnifexes? Paladins are making them fall back. Going after that brood nest. All these guys turn to get shots in. Look at that. That is painful. Granite Terminators have what? Oh, they have Cyclones. It says, oh, it's Inferno damage. These Cyclones are Inferno damage. They should make these silencers. Help with the confusion. Can sometimes happen when a faction goes through big changes. Some consistency can be lost, I suppose. Tyranids come back with force to retake this VP. This is... I don't remember the last time I saw this many Carnifexes in one place, all marching together. Orbital. Shouldn't be a big threat to the Carnifexes. They should be able to just kind of stroll out of it. Yeah, but it hits the little fellas and drags them up. Lifts them into the air. Paladin is using their shockwave thing. Do they get away though? Without number called in. Just more Tyranids. Why not? Those guys teleport away to safety. Hans, where are your Paladins, buddy? Oh, they're alive and reinforced. Swarmlord went down, says Hugs. Thank you. I didn't see it. From Best Noob. Okay, they got the Swarmlord. can replace it though pretty quickly. Someone getting some lag. Hutsy getting some lag, I think. And sometimes happen. Purgation trying to set up to get some shots in. What is this? The Raven Alpha. The menace from below. Can disrupt all these guys. Look at that. And here comes the Carnifex. That is a scary charge from the Thornback. Kills that guy a hell of a lot. Don't think you need both of your claws there, buddy. Ordo Malleus trying to have a look at the natural VP, I guess. Garcia is looking after it with a couple of Carnifexes, of course. And there's a Lictor out in tier 3 there for Hiveminion. Level 5 by the Captain. What do we have in the other fellas? Level 6 with the Warding Staff and Unending Purge. And level 6 with another one of those hammers. Level 6 Ravener. Done well, that melee Ravener, eh? Level 2 Hive Tyrant. Now has Warp Field and Bonded Exoskeleton for super toughness. 75 to 65 on the VPs. Pretty damn close. Another Swarm Lord is on the way for Best Noob. Feels like Tyranids have the upper hand in a big old fight. Can the Ordo Malleus split? Can they divide and conquer these Tyranids? 62 to 65 now. They're going for that natural. Down goes the Brother Captain. There's another orbital there. None of them have really hit super well. Get some termagants. Made the others back away at least. They're not in this fight anymore. Can they at least get a decap here? 49 to 65. Big old mass of power armor here. Trying to get the decap. They get it. Sanctuary goes up. Doesn't affect the Swarm Lord. Paladin's desperately trying to get it. Drop a model. That's just too much damage. Too much damage. 43 to 65. They might need Immortal up on all of the Brother Captains to try and get it. They have it up on 2 of them. And here comes a Land Raider. Suddenly a Land Raider. With those 6 heavy bolters. Twin linked assault cannon and a multi-melter on top, taking a hell of a lot of damage though. Still some stuff back here trying to cap. Garcia trying to retake it, but the shield went down. Oh hey, look at this though. Shoulder mount gets through onto their own natural. Brother Captain on the west side almost got the cap. Heroic effort from Hugs, but I think it's going to go down. Because those are some Carnifexes smacking on you. And now capping some Raveners or something. Meanwhile, on the Tyranid natural, death is what's happening. Carnifex is going to fall here. Down it goes. How many Paladins do they have up now? I think it's the 2. Hutsy, you need to spend some resources, buddy. What's going on here? Get some conversion beamers or a Vindicator or something. Looks like they've just run out of time. 7 to 65 on the VPs. He probably just lost a bunch of stuff and just doesn't have time to replace it. There it is. The Tyranids get it with a double cap. And they executed their plan of hitting the power really hard. Over and over again. I mean, it made a difference. They did seem to have the edge in the tech game. Paladins didn't quite come out fast enough. What did we get in the end? Level 6 Brother Captain, level 7 Brother Captain and down. Level 5 Brother Captain and down. Ravener Alpha. Nice to see a melee Ravener Alpha doing so well. Usually you'll see them with the Great Devourer shooting stuff up. Garcia only hit level 2. Sure he had some fun. And a level 3 Lictor Alpha. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And a big thank you to these players for taking part. And Impregnable for organising another Faction War event. I will see you next time.